A great sight, isn't it, folks? So, seeing all this life form that they're trying to kill off. These birds, copious amount of them down here where I live. I gave a neighbour a lift into town the other day. She was reluctant to say where exactly she was going. I gave her a lift anyway to meet her daughter. Oh, just here and there we're going, Dave, here and there. As I dropped her off, I wished her a good shopping trip. I heard her say to her daughter, right, first stop, the flu vaccine. So what I decided to do was park up in town, and I went into one of the pharmacies, and again I asked them for the insert for this year's and last year's flu vaccine, and they said that I couldn't have one. So I said, yes, I can. By law, I'm allowed one. Yeah, that's my informed consent. And basically what that is a piece of paper that comes with the vaccination that informs me before I consent to having the injection. And basically it's just a piece of paper that tells you the ins and outs of the contents of this thing and the adverse events or side effects, as we call them. And this lady went over to see one of the managers, and they were looking back at me, and I heard the manager, they were giving me funny looks anyway, and I heard the manager say to her, why does he want to look at it? So I shouted across, because I have a right to look at it before it enters my system. So she came across to me, the manager, and she said to me, look, if you want the insert, you'll have to have the vaccination. So I said, no, I won't. You have to give me that it informs me to make my decision as whether I'm going to have the thing or not. And anyway, she walked back to the drawer and she said, right, well, the other manager that deals with the vaccinations isn't in today, so you'll have to come back. So I said, no, I won't. If you've got those injections available, whether he's in or not, you have to give me that piece of paper. So then she walked across to a cupboard, shaking her head, keep looking back at me and whispering to the other woman, and then she just turned round to me, slammed the cupboard door shut, and she said, well, we ain't got them. That speaks volumes to me, folks. And I did did try and keep my cool as I walked off. And then Debbie said to me, told you wouldn't get one. For the past 6 years, I've been trying to get hold of a new copy of these things, folks, and they must be told now in these pharmacies and chemist stores not to give them out, to make every fucking excuse known to man. But anyway, you can. I just wanted to prove a point, really. To see whether I could actually get hold of one. But it wasn't to be, and Debbie'd warned me beforehand, you won't get one. And then afterwards, I told you so. She's always good at them, I told you so's Debbie, because she's a woman and she's always fucking right about everything. Oh. So this is what you're up against, folks. This is what you're up against, but you can go on the internet and you can look at this information. You can find this information, the contents of it. And then I urge, if you do look at the contents, that you look at every single content, Google or research every single content by its name, and then research it again on its carcinogenic effects and adverse reactions, folks. You'll be very, very shocked. You'll be sickened by it, like I'm sickened by this shitstorm that we live in, folks. Thanks to everyone that keeps on supporting the work that me and Debbie do. It's just me and Debbie, a tiny little shitty old computer, a tiny shitty old camera or two, and this tiny little mobile home that we bring you as much truth with proof as we possibly can from, folks. And we do it all because we love being alive and we love the human fucking species, folks. We love mankind and womankind, yeah? We love all this lot here. We appreciate being alive, folks. What we don't appreciate are these depopulation agendas. I kid you not.